guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I built the Credenza. If you didn't catch my last video on how I built the office desk, you can click right here. So just like my last build, I didn't go out and buy any new materials. I used scrap wood that was in my workshop. Normally I would use a 3/4 inch plywood, but again, this is all I had, so I had to work with what I had. So let's get started. So again, with this entire office furniture build, I am only using scraps that I have in my workshop. So with this Credenza, I am using particle board. I am drilling some pocket holes to attach the top, bottom, and two sides together. Ironically, I had already had some larger pieces of this particle board that were very close to my dimensions that I needed. So all I did was just trim off a couple of the edges and they were perfect for my dimensions. Before attaching them together, I just threw on a little bit of glue on the edges and then attached each wall with Kreg 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws. And then once I created the box frame, I had some extra 1/4 inch plywood and I used that as the backing. So I just laid it on top, marked my dimensions, and then took it to my table saw and cut off what I marked. I then lined it back up and then attached it to my box frame using 1 1/4 inch brad nails with my nail gun. In my scrap bin, I had these extra feet that I took off of this buffet that I built forever ago, and then I thought that it would look great on this one. I screwed some pilot holes in all 4 corners and screwed the legs into place. I stood it up and started painting the first layer of paint. I'm using Sherwin Williams cracked pepper again, just like I used on the desk in my previous video. Now for the show-stopping part of this Credenza, we're building the doors. I played around with some different cuts on my table saw and finally came up with this 3D geometric piece. I had to cut 19 pieces, so I started out by cutting all of them to length first. Then I took all of my 19 pieces over to my table saw. I set my blade to 45 degrees and started ripping the boards down on either side until I got this 3-dimensional triangle shape. To give it even more dimension, I did a 45-degree compound miter cut on either end of the board as well and repeated that process for all 19 pieces. I made the doors by attaching all of the boards to a scrap piece of plywood using 1 1/4 inch wood screws. I wanted these doors to look more organic. Some of the boards have knots and previous screw holes and divots and dings, and I absolutely love that. I did not want them perfect in any way, so to keep some of that character, I did a very light sanding with some fine grit sandpaper. Tony and I moved the base to his office and I attached the doors and finally started painting. Again, with the organic look, I actually only did 1 coat of paint because I wanted the grain to show through. And here is the finished Credenza. It's by far my favorite piece in the entire office. I love the interest of the doors. They're seamless yet still organic, and I think it'll be a perfect storage piece to put the printer and any extra files. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you aren't already, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the final office series video, the full room tour.